Wait, hold on. Gotta catch 'em all. Oh, it's just the instrumental.
I wanna be the very best.
No one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. Gonna travel across the land, searching far and wide. And I understand the power that's inside.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon.
Back in the days. Go get him, Steve. With Stevo the Madman.
So, where are you from?
As in
Ends.
Yeah. So I was born in Tottenham, moved to Wood Green, and then grew up in Wood Green. But then I went to school so I went to school in Finchley, then I went college in Camden. Yeah.
How comes?
My mum didn't want me to go to school in the Ends, bro. My mum was like, "Don't go. You're not going to school in Haringey. It's not happening."
So what's your early memories of growing up? Say Wood Green. That's probably where you started going out and.
Boy, do you know how old school it is? So if you know Wood Green from back in the day, a lot of people know Wood Green for having that cinema that says Hollywood Green, right, at the top, or Tops if you're from Wood Green, you'd call it. But when I first got to Wood Green, there was no cinema there. It was a market.
Okay.
And then they closed the market and then built. And I just remember the years of that being built up. But one of the coldest things they had in Wood Green when I was young, and it always pissed me off that they got rid of them, was they had a Toys R Us on the high road.
Yes.
Massive one. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah,
you remember the Wood Green Toys R Us?
Yeah, of course. I still know my mum. Yeah.
Okay. So they had the Wood Green Toys R Us, and then if you went around the corner down from there, or this might have actually when Toys R Us got shut down, but they had Sega Park.
I don't remember that.
Do you know what Sega Park is?
What is a Sega Park?
Sega Park's like an arcade that had all Sega games in there. So it was just literally an arcade, but it was a massive arcade. It was lit.
When we're talking Sega, Sonic.
Of course.
Who else should be Sega? Alex the Kid is obviously Master System, so that's not coming out on the... Who's Sega? What games?
What was on Sega again?
I know
because I felt
they
like
crossed over.
Some of them.
Okay, what games were you playing when you was going there then?
So there was one game I always wanted to play, and it was Marvel versus Street Fighter. That was the most popular arcade game in there. There was a queue for it in there. When you'd go there and you'd want to go win the tokens, cash them in. But Street Fighter versus Marvel was the one, because I just remember being a kid thinking, there's a game where Ryu can fight Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah.
What are we doing here? Ryu and Spider-Man can fight, bro. I used to get gassed by that.
That was a home run.
How old were you and where was you getting your money for that?
My mum. It was like pocket money, innit? I wasn't one of those kids that had to do chores and stuff. My mum was quite laid back, man. I can't lie. I love my mum. She was she would give me money, and obviously she would ask me and get me to do certain things here or there, but it wasn't like an exchange for money. My mum would just give me pocket money every week.
How much pocket money did you get? Can you remember? We're talking what, 98, 97? When was you born?
89.
So we're talking, when do you start going to arcades? 10, 11, 12? Later?
No, a bit earlier, bro.
Okay.
In the 90s. So
which is crazy, because I would never, right now, let my 8-year-old, Erin, she's 7 years old, I'm not letting her go down to the arcades.
No, but that's the thing. She didn't let me. What would happen is I grew up on an estate, right? Okay. So she'd let me play out on the estate, and because the estate's enclosed, it's she knows where I'd be, but we would sneak off the estate and go down Wood Green High Road and then go to Sega Park. But because my estate was right there on the high road, it was you couldn't really stop us from going. Obviously, when I went, I would always be we gotta be quick and go back. But yeah, man, I wasn't allowed. So I just take the little money I had. I actually can't remember how much she was giving me when I was that young. But yeah, we would go to Sega Park, and I didn't go to Sega Park often. Literally, it was a
big thing.
Yeah. It wasn't that far, but just to go on the high road, like you said, be young by yourself, go down there. It was almost in The Lion King when Mufasa goes, "Don't go down there where the bones are," to Nala and Simba.
And is that when it all kicks off? When he goes down there and he gets in trouble,
the hyenas, and then they almost get him, and then he has to save them. So then that's what it was like with me. It was she was like, "Don't go on the high road and don't go down there these certain places without me," and all of these things. And being a kid, you're it's like Pandora's box.
Did the hyenas come for you?
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Because you can go to the high road and there's real high heelers there.
The reality is though, as I got older and I started going more, that's when I started bumping into other guys from Wood Green that lived in the avenues. And then that's when it would be like, oh, who are these, man? Who are these? Because we were from different estates and different parts of Wood Green. So then you start to figure out who that person is, and at first they don't like you, and then you figure out and you go, oh, we live here, and do you get what I'm saying?
You said the avenues there, because when we used to go Wood Green with my mum when I was younger.
Yeah.
So you had the avenues, but with the speed humps.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about, yeah?
Yeah. I think back then there probably weren't speed humps though.
I think it just licked.
But there wasn't anything back then, man.
Back in the days with Stevo the Madman.
We're talking about your childhood.
Yeah.
Have you got a favorite childhood memory, like that springs to mind?
I got a big memory actually.
Go on.
So I won a modelling competition, right?
That don't surprise me.
Quick flex. I won a modelling competition when I was young. I was like 10 years old. And basically in Wood Green, they used to hold this thing called Model Search, right? And it was basically a catwalk they would build in the shopping centre. And then people could, from the area, community could just sign up for it. You walk down, there'd be judges, you go through rounds, and then the winner would get a 1-year modelling contract with a child modelling agency. So my brethren bet me to join this modelling competition, yeah? So they were like, oh, if you go in, it will give you £3. And obviously that was bread back then because I could go and get like, I don't know, like...
So much.
Yeah, go and get
So
like,
much.
yeah, fizzy drinks, a portion of chips, like all of these kinds of things because inflation hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, they dared me and I entered it and then I started going through round for round and then I got to the final, which was mad. But my mum didn't know I was in this. So the final was like, this was all on a Saturday and the final was the next day. So that day on the Saturday when I knew I got to the final, I went and told my mum. So then my mum started telling all her friends, gassing it. They all came down and watched it. I've gone in, I'm just wearing like whatever my mum could afford at the time. But the youth I was going up against, right, he was like the favourite. Like his mum and dad had entered him in there. They were there. Like you could tell they were like pushing him to be the guy. But what he did was he wasn't even coming out as him. He was coming out dressed as The Rock. So like, bro, he's like a 10-year-old wearing like The Rock sunglasses, a silk shirt. He'd come out with the toy belt, everything. When he'd come out, they'd hit the music. Oh. Yeah. If you smell what The Rock is doing. And everyone would go mad. He'd come out. And I'm like, they're like, I love The Rock. This guy's coming out as The Rock. Like, and then I won. Like, I beat him and it was a mad upset. His parents were going mad at the judges.
So did you do, like, or how did you win?
I just walked down the catwalk, bro. I swear I wasn't even doing anything really. Like I was just walking down the catwalk, smiling and then walking back. Like, I'll be honest, this kid, he was light skinned as well, but I think because it was a get up, innit? So it was like, yeah, it was sick for like showing it, like the entertainment perspective. But in terms of actually just being yourself, like, bro, you're wearing sunglasses. It's a modelling. So you
can't even see him.
Do you get what I'm saying? But they proper played his music. You could choose what music. I can't remember what music I came out to, bro. But knowing back then, it was probably like...
Some R&B.
Nah.
No.
Nah, it was probably like S Club 7 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
S Club kid.
But when I was in the 90s, I like pop music. Because pop bands were cold in the 90s, though.